Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is a scene for the Living World of Darkness, Camarilla, and Anarch venue. The scene is set at one of Ghost's strip club bar facilities. Monroe is sat in the back room at Ghost's chair, actually. She is smoking a cigarette through a long filter, and she's just received a call from someone who purports himself as a friend of the clan. So she sits, so she waits for this meeting to be had. Um, she's drawing over some sketches, some designs that she has in mind, and also simultaneously reading through some reports she's got from one of her contacts.
Let's see. Theodore has been here once before. He enters still wearing pretty nice formal attire. Looks pretty decent. Not that unusual around here. You'll get, as Ghost has said, if he walks in there looking like he has money, which he does, he's probably going to get attention from at least one or two of the performers. He could, just like before, he just kind of waves it off a little bit, like, nope, nope, not here for that. Sorry. Just completely ignores it essentially after that and just makes his way back towards the office.
Okay. Um, After he knocks on the door once, well, there's a screening process in which someone gestures him back, but after he knocks on the door once, Monroe will open it and gesture him in before she closes it tightly behind him and begins to move back towards the desk. Um, she's wearing a red and golden kind of embroidered dress, kind of inspired by the Spanish matador. Um, but she's wearing a Obama mask currently. She walks over to the desk and she'll have a seat. She's like, please.
He just kind of raises an eyebrow, steps inside, closes the door. I'm assuming there's no glass in the door. It's
No.
Opaque.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks over. He's like, just looking at the mask, just like looking like he's never met you before, but he's just looking at the mask like, is this customary for this city?
No, I would say not.
No, he's actually saying that. He's just like, like.
No. That's what she says. She says, no, I would say not.
He just kind of gestures like, unless it makes you feel more comfortable. If it makes you feel more comfortable, by all means. But trust me, I've seen enough of the clan. I'm not exactly easily offended.
Oh, she almost looks as if she's kind of her expression isn't immediately apparent because she has this kind of rubbery, like Obama mask on. But there's a slight cock to her head that would kind of indicate that confused gesture of like, kind of like, huh? And then she realizes that she still has this rubbery substance and she'll pull the mask off. Oh, and she'll throw it across the desk and lean back in the chair.
He just kind of, seats himself if there's a seat. Just kind of,
Yeah, there's several seats. There's like kind of like a two rickety ones that kind of are set back along the wall, and there's two plush ones that are sat directly in front of the desk.
Oh, he'll probably take one of the plush ones. It's comfy.
Are you thirsty at all?
That's quite all right.
Okay.
So, I believe he just kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, I'm forgetting my manners. I apologize. You must be Madame Monroe.
You're correct. You're correct. And you must be Mr. Conan.
That would be correct.
Well,
I'm assuming there was already some sort of announcement based on what Mr. Damien said.
We were aware of your coming. Yes, she says with a smile.
He smiles right back. He's just like, he's not being smug about it. He's just like pleased that communication lines are still open and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's good. That's good. Well, I feel it's only fair to tell you what I told Mr. Damien. My main purpose for coming to the city, other than pursuing my own interests, is to assist your clan in reclaiming the sewers through whatever means are possible.
Mm.
Now, from what Mr. Damien said, you yourself do not typically use the sewers too much, but it's still nice to have it as an option, even if you're not fond of them yourself for whatever reason.
I, knowing what you do of our clan, I think you might also be aware that it's probably best not to believe everything you hear.
Kind of shrugs, but he said, simply passing on what I was told.
Fair enough.
But in any case, if I have a little leeway in the city at this point, but not too much. I'm hoping at some point we'll be able to reclaim some more of the sewers. I've heard that sewers here in Harlem are already partway tamed, might be the appropriate word, or at least mapped out to an extent.
Reclaimed is a word I use, but yes, I think you're.
Actually, that would be the word Ghost used, actually. So, in any case, if there's anything I can do to help, if you encounter a few crocodiles, I'm not really expecting to do much against them, but you understand there are always ways that I can assist. I have a contact within the city waterworks, though his influence is limited. Perhaps we might see what happens from there, but I was thinking it might be handy to have a network of cameras or other devices to watch the various sewer lines.
Definitely, it would be. These things, these efforts are much similar to exercising control over muscles. So there's definitely a thing such as resource or influence fatigue. So yeah, any additional systems would be greatly appreciated.
All right. He kind of nods for a second. With any luck, we'll have some substantial progress in the near future. But for right now, I'm still setting up my law offices here in town and seeing what can be done. I heard there might be some clients actually in the employ or acquaintanceship of Mr. Limey and Miss Ghost, that they might know some people who are in need of legal defense. He kind of grins. He's like, yes, they made it clear what those people's professions were. I'm sure I'll hear of them one way or another.
She kind of smiles, kind of. If there's such a thing as a neutral smile, that's what she would give. Either confirming or denying the illegal nature of Library or Ghost's businesses.
Well, he kind of hesitates. He's like, I should mention, if there's he kind of thinks for me. He's like, according to Miss Ghost, your status is a little bit unclear. You are of Clan Nosferatu, but you are a fledgling under her care.
That is correct.
Odd events, I must say, but well, fledglings don't remain fledglings forever. I'm sure you'll be back on your feet before too long. If there's anything I can do to help, by all means, but I'm sure you can take care of yourself.
Well, the offer of assistance is greatly appreciated. Particularly in the city, it's kind of good to at least be able to better glean where the cards will fall.
We will see. Um, I don't intend to take up too much of your time by any means, but
Oh no, oh no, you're not taking up. I'm not busy.
eh, perhaps not. But I do have a few appointments waiting at some point tonight. Just
Ah,
not immediately, of course.
fair enough.
Um, hmm. I was thinking I might in the near future be attempting to set up some sort of a business interests other than my legal practice, if I can find someone to engage in it. Hmm. A what would be the word? A nightclub, perhaps of sorts,
Hmm.
something of that nature.
They tend to work quite well in this city amongst the masses.
I thought it might be an interesting idea, especially if it were to cater to a group that your your new sire and her acquaintance, the sheriff, were in communication with. Shall we say unsavory sorts?
Well, um, the idea
They tend to
definitely,
pay well.
yes, it definitely has merit, its own merits.
Simply something to consider. It'll be some time before I have the time to devote to that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
In
All
any
the
case,
possibilities. All the possibilities.
sorry, out of character. I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to mention. I can't remember.
So
um,
your stay in the city has been finding you well. Have you been able to secure a safe haven? I'm assuming.
I have a residence at the moment. It's not exactly what I'm used to, but my finances have been a little strapped since I acquired my office space, paid all the various permits and fees, and so on and so forth, greased the wheels, so to speak.
Yes. Yes.
I'll find myself something far more accommodating once I have time to build up my reserves.
Hmm. I have a contact at City Hall. Let me know if I could be of assistance to you.
Well, unless you want to give me the mayor's office. He kind of grins.
Oh, the mayor.
I hear that would give me something of a bird's eye view of the city, but
Oh,
a little bit too much of the spotlight.
she's
Um,
she's quite a unique bird.
in any case, I will I'll see what I can find out. But as I said, if there's anything I can do, let me know. Um, in
I
the meantime,
appreciate you making the trip all the way out here to get
oh,
acquainted.
oh, it's not that far. I'm living in Harlem, and my office is here in Harlem, so most of
Ah,
the time I will be in Harlem
so you're quite
or
close
under
to
it.
me. She smiles at that.
In any case, um, hmm. I'm sure Damien will help keep you apprised as well if there's anything that we definitely need to request assistance on or anything. But I'm fairly sure he's capable, more capable than I am with that sort of thing.
He is
Oh,
very
there is
capable.
one.
Yeah.
There is one thing I was hoping to ask, though. I have yet to ask Mr. Damien, but I hesitate to ask since we've only just met. But something to consider for the future.
Mm.
There's always been if I'm to whenever I was in the sewers back in my hometown, I had very little to worry about. The sewers were quite secure. There was no concern of any intruders or anything else to worry about. So I never had to worry too much. But that's obviously not the case here. Even here in Harlem, where the reclamation has begun, it's still not secure, one might say. And other parts of the city. So it occurs to me it might be very useful if I had some sort of an edge to keep hidden. As I said, something to consider for future reference. There are many ways that I could return the favor. perhaps with knowledge limited to my own clan normally, though I'm sure anything that my clan would know, you would already have access to. But all the same, it never hurts to get a fresh perspective. Also, financial compensation is always an option once I've had a chance to build up my reserves again. Though, again, I'm not sure if even that would be a sufficient sway, but perhaps a favor owed, if nothing else.
A favorite ode sounds doable. And if you're doing the good work of keeping us safe within the city, it will seem that your efforts will deserve some type of compensation.
Sounds pleasant enough to me. In any case, as I said, I don't wish to take up too much of your time. I will be heading out. And with that, he gets up. It's not that he's uncomfortable in the club or anything or in her presence at all. It's just like he seems to have a lot on his mind, like he's heavily distracted.
Okay.
So he gets up, moves to shake her hand if she'll accept, and...
Yeah, she will. She has these long, kind of like red and golden embroidered gloves on, and she will extend her hand. It's very long and spidery, but nothing really abnormal about it other than that. Very light touch.
He shakes her hand, gently, and then just makes his proper farewells and heads out. Like I said, short scene, just meet and greet, essentially.
Sounds good.
And with that, unless there's anything else Monroe would be doing?
No, I think that's it. Monroe will, after she closes the door firmly behind Mr. Kodak, will return back to her chair behind Ghost's desk and to her work for the evening.
Work, she calls it. No, just kidding. In any case, thank you, players for players, watchers for watching, and have a good night.